How you doing? I know it's been a little while since I've done a video, but it's been kind of crazy, just things going on in my life. And yeah, so, you know, life things, if you're a YouTuber, you get it. Anyway, I want to talk today about your gear. If you're an electronic drummer, you pretty much know exactly what you're going to want, you know, out of your electronic drum equipment and whatever it might be, you know, a module, the pads, anything. And that being said, it's important that when it comes to sound and voices that are a part of these modules, in my experience, I like that there are lots and lots of sounds, you know, in the modules that I buy, because I'm somebody that's going to want to go through the sounds and go through all of them and try to do that and try to find the ones that I really like. And I'm sure other people are out there like that. The thing is, though, after a while, even with lots and lots of sounds, if you have, let's say you have a module that has, you know, 800, 900 sounds, with lots and lots of sounds, you're probably going to have, let's say, 30 or 40 snare drum sounds in that. You're going to probably limit down to 3 or 4 that you really like out of all of them. Electronic drums are great because you have a multitude of sounds to choose from. It's not like an acoustic drum set, which is, you know, the ultimate feel and it feels great to play it, but you're sort of stuck with the one sound. You can change your heads, you can tune with acoustic drums, but those things are hard to do sometimes, and they're bulky, and it's hard to, you know, find time to do all that. And, you know, it takes time. So electronic drums make changing your sounds of your kit much easier. Definitely buy a module that can handle taking lots of samples, where you can upload samples, or you can sample things from your sample pad into, you know, you could take a module and sample things into it. I own a great pad, an SPD SX Pro by Roland, which is a fantastic pad with about 1,500 sounds. But I found that I really missed some of those other sounds that are on other modules, specifically Yamaha. I did own a couple of Yamaha modules, and whereas I wasn't really a fan of some of the features of the kit itself, the pads specifically, I was a big fan of the sounds. So I want to suggest that if you're somebody who likes, you know, lots of different sounds or specific sounds, get a module that you can take samples, and then that way you can go onto the internet. For example, I found this Yamaha DTX502 used, very, very inexpensive. It was like, I think, $100, which is cheap for that kind of module. And so what I did was I ended up taking the sounds that I really liked out of this module, I sampled them into the Roland SPD SX Pro. And now you need a couple of things if you're going to use a module like a Yamaha. You need to get a special pad, a Yamaha pad that's 3 zones, okay, so you can get the rim and the snare, head snare, okay, and even a cross stick if you want to get the actual, if you want to go all out. I didn't bother sampling the cross stick from the 3-zone pad, but I did get a 3-zone pad. Additionally, I found a PCY 100 for $60, and also this TP70S from Yamaha, found it for $15 used. I think it costed me $30 altogether with shipping. So you can find fantastic pads at fantastic prices if you just do a little bit of research and find them. So all this gear wasn't, you know, a ton of money to get, you know, a very good Yamaha module and the 2 pads. And I ended up just taking a lot of those sounds from the kits and putting them right into the SPD SX Pro. What I did was just plugged in my module using the stereo cable, Y cable. Okay, so this is a Y cable, and putting this end into the stereo line in the Roland, and it automatically sampled it perfectly. So that's what I did. I just did it that way, and then it makes it real easy for you to use the sample controls to get the sample starting at the right spot, and that way you have the sounds, and then you normalize the sample in a Roland, for example, and you do it that way, and it works great. Now, this could work fine also in an Alesis Strike Multipad, or even an Alesis Sample Pad Pro. The difference with the Sample Pad Pro is that there's no way to do live sampling with it. So with an Alesis Strike Multipad, you would do the same thing, except you would just have to get a cord that supports the line in would be a dual line in, a left and a right. So you need to get an adapter for that. You're going to feel better about your gear if you buy something that's inexpensive, okay, and then use your own, because the SPD SX Pro is a fabulous machine. There's no reason to get rid of it and get something else. And that's why the sampling is key, I think, for getting a drum module. So again, if you're in the market or you want to get something that works well, I would get an Alesis Strike multi-pad or a Roland SPD SX Pro. And you can even get a Roland SPD SX if that's all you need. I like to have a hi-hat control, so the multi-pad and the Pro have the hi-hat control. What you would just do is you would take the pads, play them, and then you would sample them into there. So you're going to need Yamaha pads because that's what's going to work the best for a Yamaha module. And yeah, that's it. And there's other options out there. I think Roland has a cloud where you can sample all the sounds from a TD-17. But getting into cloud samples and those websites can be expensive. So a good, alternative and really learning how to do sampling is to buy a module and to do it that way. So I'm going to show you some examples, show you the differences between the Roland sounds and the Yamaha sounds, so you can kind of see how they're different and, why for me it was important to do that. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope the video was helpful, and yeah, we'll talk soon.